Okay, so welcome back. So since the last time I've just done a bit of mining and I've just got myself an iron pick, and I thought I'd stop here and just update you on how I'm doing because I've just broken my iron pick and as I said just made a new one. So I've got myself a few resources and you'll spot some new ores such as this yellow right from mod bead reactors. When you hover over something it does give you a tooltip and it will tell you what it's from. So you've got Project Red, you've got Thorncraft, you've got Minecraft, which means it's just out of the normal game, just like this wheat, some ender pearls, blah blah blah, and the ender lily seeds, which I said during the last episode where I got from that shrine thing on the hill. Then we've also got raw silicon from Galacticraft. I will be exploring these mods, and if there's anything you'd like to know about them, please just leave a post in the comments and I'll try and get round to showing you them in a bit more detail. I'm just going to progress along for now though. So I've made myself an iron pick, but I'm just going to get myself a slight upgrade. So this is going to be the first thing I'm going to do with mods, because as you can see so far, I haven't actually really done anything with mods. I've just got my little hole in the ground, and I've got a couple of chests, a furnace and a crafting table, and I've just gone all the way down placing torches, and then from the bottom I've branched out. I'll show you that in a bit. I'm just going to make myself a new pick though. So I've made myself an iron pick, but then I've looked at it and gone, you know what, I could do better than this. So I'm just going to tuck this out of the way, and I'm going to take these peridot, I'm going to take 3 peridot, and I've got some sticks from when I made my iron pick, so I'm just going to take these in the crafting table, and I'm going to use this odd one, because there's a thing called Ore Dictionary, and Ore Dictionary will look for items with the same sort of names. So peridot and peridot should Ore Dictionary together, so if I put these here, put it there, it just considers it all to be peridot. So I can just receive my peridot pickaxe, and it does have a slight damage increase if you look at it, which the mod called What Am I Looking At, or Whaler, will show me, and it tells me the durability is about double, and that the attack damage is 1.25 more. So I'm just going to take that, and I'm just going to put this peridot away safely, and grab myself some of this cobblestone, because I'm going to go make my first house, I think. I wish it wasn't daytime, but I'm going to see what I've got. Have I got any iron? So I've got 2 bits of iron, so that would be perfect. So let's just smelt that down real quick while we have a wander up here. So as I said, we're going to make our house in this area, so I'm just going to clear off a bit of this area. So the yellow lines you just saw disappear are from I believe the mod is called Not Enough Items. Basically if you press F7 you get these yellow lines. The yellow lines, or crosshatch squares, anywhere where they're yellow, monsters can spawn at during night time. So as it is now, monsters could spawn here. And all that looks like that might be a slime island just there in the distance, which is a nice thing to have. But if you get red crosses, which there won't be any up here because I've kind of covered it all up, but let's see, where is my hole? Here we go. So if I get out here and I just knock out these torches, and where's my last torch? That must not be one. Let's just pop down here. So these crosses are red. This means that stuff could only spawn here during... No, sorry, my bad. Red means that they can spawn there at any time, and yellow means during the night. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build myself a nice little house here real quick. So I'm just going to make myself a simple structure, which is the common house of a YouTube streamer called Direwolf20. So it's nice and easy. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm just going to build this out, and it's going to be a 9x9 platform, and I will pop back in a second, and I'm just going to pop this on fast forward so you don't have to watch too much boring stuff. I'm just going to pause here real quick, just grab my iron and make myself a pair of shears, because I want to just not be able to have to sleep through these nights, or I mean I would like to not have to stay awake throughout the night and just be able to sleep them through. But I don't see any sheep in the immediate vicinity, so I'm just going to finish out this building. Okay, so I've made myself a basic platform and I've just put some walls around the edge. So I'm just going to raise this up a few because this isn't quite high enough. So I'm probably going to go up sort of about maybe there. Does that look good for me for a ceiling? Yeah, that could be a nice sort of headroom. Then I can have a ceiling across the top. It won't be too high. So we're going to run with that. I'm just going to build these walls up real quick and then I will pop back. I will just fast forward again just so it doesn't take too long on your end. Okay, so that's the walls on, but I'm now starting to suffer some food issues, so I'm just going to let this sit aside for a second. While I just have a quick run over here and run downstairs. So what I'm quickly going to do is take the last of these sticks and a couple of bits of cobblestone and make myself a hoe, because I need food. So right, let's grab ourselves, we've got wheat, we've got some seeds, so I'm going to take these seeds, just pop this rubbish away because I don't need this right now. So these nice buttons are added by inventory tweaks. You've got sort by default, you've got sort by column, sort by a row, and this allows you to edit the options. But I just like to go sort, and let it sort itself out. It'll work itself out, and you'll learn the order pretty quick. It's not a big issue. But I'm going to take this wheat real quick, because I'm starting to run low on food. I've got one little bar left. So, normally you just take wheat and you put 3 in a crafting table like this, and you get bread. This is the vanilla bread mechanic. Fortunately, because we have mods, they add this ability. You take wheat and you put it in a crafting table, and you just click out your flour. You get 4 wheat flour, which can also be used for cakes. Then you take your 4 flour and you put it in a furnace, and that gets you, for each wheat you bake with your coal or whatever you use, buckets of lava, blah blah blah. Later on we'll be using machines to do this, and it will be done using what's known as redstone flux, which is a power source we'll be able to create from lava, which you will see later on when I get to it, as soon as I can. But at the moment that creates bread. But bread is okay, that adds food, and yeah, bread's good, but we're just going to wait for this to finish off. So I'm just going to nip these out here real quick, and then we're going to re-smelt it. We're going to put the bread in again, and that'll start cooking down, and yummy yummy bread turns into some lovely toast. So toast is added by Pam's House. It's pretty good. It'll add about 4 bars of food. So what was that? That was 3.5 bars of food. So that's pretty good considering how cheap it is. So I'm just going to eat myself some bread. And just chuck this last of this bit of flour in there. Right, so we've got our seeds, we've got our hoe. We're just going to have a quick run over this way. Oop, a little bit of stirring. Okay, so let's just knock this bit of tree down, give us a little bit of room, somewhere to do our farming. Oh, look at that. So I saw this in the last video, but I didn't notice it actually myself when I was running over here, but it looks like we're not by another chocolate quest place. So later on we will have a quick raid of that, as it's got a few bits and pieces that'll help us in there. So it saves a little bit of time if we have a quick raid, and yeah, that'll be nice. I'll take that. So right, let's just till a good amount of this earth. Water nearby, so we might as well just do a whole bit. Okay, so seeds and ding 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 dong dong. Okay. And I don't believe I've got any bones. I've killed a few zombies, but I haven't acquired any bones yet. So anyway, back we go over to our little house. So this is the main difference between Direwolf and I. Direwolf likes to go around the edges and then across and across, whereas my preferred method is a bit different. I just go around like this. It takes a bit more resources than effort, I suppose. Oops, not that one there. I just put these over. And then I just like to go over like this, and you'll see what I'm doing in a minute. And then I knock out the middles, and it creates sort of a zigzag pattern. The reason I like to do this zigzag pattern is quite simple. Spiders are 2 by 2, so they can fit through a 2 wide gap by 1 tall, or they can fit through a 2 wide gap by 2 wide gap. as these are all one by one, they can't get through it. And because there's no way up, because it's so tall, and there's like zombies can only jump up one gap like a human can or a player can. There's no way of them actually getting up onto my roof, so I don't have to worry about spiders dropping down on me while I'm in there, or I don't have to worry about zombies. So it's just a little house. I'm just going to go back and grab my chests and move them up here. I'll fast forward again just so you can see what's going on. Okay, so part of the stuff added is the ability to just grab this dirt and cobblestone, as you've seen there at the end of the me fast forwarding. So if you hold shift and you hold control, you can just click on one of these with a left click and it'll just pop it all into your inventory. So I'm just going to grab this and stick it in this top chest just because I just like to have it all out of the way. Because you end up acquiring so much dirt and cobble that it's just not feasible to have it in the same chest really. So I built my 2 stack, so I'm just going to do another one here out of the way. And that lets me look at this and I go, okay, I'm just going to carry that iron pick around with me. Just give a quick refill on torches. And right, what do I need? I could do with these shears just in case. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to grab last 2 of these paired up. Okay, so what I'm going to show you here is, this is NEI, which I mentioned quickly earlier. But if you look at it on my right hand side, you can see there's also a bar down here and it says wood. So if I just right click on this, it will clear it. And there's also a flashing cursor. So I'm just going to type in here SWORD sword, and it shows me all of the swords available. You've got, it will show me everything from the Sword of the Wyvern, which is very powerful and we'll be looking at later. Draconic sword, which is even more powerful, and everything down to wooden sword and stone sword. So you can see 4 attack damage, 5 attack damage, 6 attack damage, 7 attack damage, 4 attack damage. So you can see how a wooden sword is about as strong as a golden sword. And it's just a thing about durability, where a golden sword actually has less. Weird. Okay. And you get sword pedestals, so you can make a sword pedestal and you can put your sword in it and it'll stand there and look pretty for you, which is quite nice. And you can trim it and it'll look different colours. I don't know, I haven't really tinkered with that. Maybe we'll have a look at that once we get a nice-ish sword running. So you can just see me accidentally picking stuff up when I push buttons to talk. But you can just click next page and you can see single mode, 9 attack damage, blah blah blah. But what we're going to do is we're just going to have a look at this and we're just going to go, okie dokie, we've got, what have we got in our chests? We have ruby and we have peridot, ruby and peridot. So we're just going to look and we're going to go, peridot sword is 7.25, which is good, but ruby is 8. So we're going to just grab 2 rubies and we're going to grab a stick. We're just going to make ourselves a quick sword because that would be useful. So my preferred position for a sword is in the 4th slot, just so I can go 4, blink. Okay, so now I've got a nice little house. We're still not secure because no door. So normal vanilla mechanic. We're going to go door. We're going to go pressure plate, door, and pressure plate. Just stick the pressure plate down here. And stick the door down here. That way, when I hit the door, I run in, walk on the pressure plate, blink, and it closes itself automatically. Wonderful. Right. So, because I've made my mind over there, but I'm not a big fan of having to walk out of my house to go down a mine. So I'm just going to quickly look at my house, look at my mine. I'm like, okay, so I'm just going to pop over this way, make a little staircase down here, I think. Looks like it'll be a good place for it. So just dig under here. I kind of like this to actually go back one more, just so it gives me some room to do some mod stuff later under my house. I'm just going to dig over this direction real quick. Just make myself a little tunnel over, just line it up. Press F7, you can see no things on the floor for the mobs. So I know nothing's going to spawn in this tunnel, and it'll be nice and safe for the duration. So just digging over this way, ploddy plod. So red means the monster could spawn here at any time. So just cover that up with a torch, make sure it goes away. So we're coming over this way, and we should fairly quickly break into my old house. So there we go, we've broken into the old house, and we're just going to clog this up. Actually, let's just make that look a little prettier, just because we have that right outside our front door. So just flatten it over. Nothing there, lovely. Right, just feels a bit cramped in here, but that's fine. It's only to get down to the mining area. Right, so one of the things that we've got a nice pick, we've got a okay shovel, so we're going to just quickly have a look in our chest, but quickly light a house up. So the nice thing about this house and the 9x9 is the fact it can be lit by 4 torches. One there, one in the middle of that side, one in the middle of that side, one in the middle of that side, and nothing can spawn in here. Wonderful. Right, as I said, upgrade the shovel. So we're just going to have a look at this. We've got 2 peridot and 17 rubies. So we're going to take a ruby and a couple of sticks. Just quickly make ourselves a shovel. So these are basically all of our tools are mod tools now, and it's just because the ruby and peridot was quite easy to obtain. I just acquired them while mining using my iron pick because they have a mining level of iron. So I just pick them up with that, carry on, and we're all good. So I'm just going to plonk my furnace down, stick my coal back in it. I've got my bread for food. I don't need this dirt. But we're just going to go out hunting now. So we need some resource. So we're just going to look in our chest. No, no, and yes. But we need more. So we need gravel, sand, and clay. Because what we're going to make is called grout. G-R-O-U-T. As you can see here, and you can click on things in this NEI or not enough in items to see how you can make them. So you can see it's gravel, 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 sand, 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 sand. So 4 gravel, 4 sand, and a block of clay. Or 1 sand, 1 gravel, and a thing of clay. And there's exactly the same recipe reward for it, because it's just times this by 4. So 4 clay gets you a clay block. That's 4 sand, 4 gravel. But there is recipes such as the transfer node, this one, where if you use a block of redstone, you get 1. But if you can manage to swap that block of redstone for an ender pearl, you get 4. So it is worth keeping in mind that at times there is recipes that may be better or worse. So it looks like it's getting to night. We're going to try and not stay out in the night too long. I'm just going to make a quick run over this way because I spotted earlier on our way here that there was some sand. So I'm just going to pick up some of this sand quickly because I need some of this for what we're going to be doing with grout. So what I'm looking to do now is just collect sand and gravel and some clay, and I will fast forward as I just collect some of this stuff, and I will be back with you in a minute. So I think I said that earlier about there being in the last episode, there being a Thorncraft node. Here's another one. You can see at the top it's just saying Aura node. So that tells me that it's an Aura node and that it's there. Can't see it faintly, but later on we'll have a set of gear and stuff that will allow us to see that much better. It'll be much clearer, and it also contains things called aspects. Aspects are, you can get the air aspect, the earth aspect, the aspect of life, the aspect of death, the aspect of motion. So we'll have a look at that later when we get into the mod, and the mod is called Thorncraft, as you can see on the bottom of the thing when I looked at the Aura node. So I'm getting on okay. I've collected some sand, I've collected some clay, but I'm probably going to need a little bit more gravel, so I'm just going to pick this up, the last bit up here, and we're just going to head home and get working on things. So I'm just keeping a quick eye on my mini-map on the top right as I mine this stuff. Unfortunately I'm not seeing any sheep. Oh well, that looks like we're going to have to be working through the night. Hopefully the video will be bright enough for you. If not, I'll have to look at making it brighter in the next episode. But that will be... I'm looking to release an episode every 3 days maybe. It's probably a good schedule. Okay, so now we're home. We're just going to go G-R-O-U-T, grout. And we're going to click on grout. And if we hold shift, you can then look at this question mark and click the one that's appropriate. So I clicked the bottom one because it had clay in it, and I don't have clay blocks, and I couldn't be bothered to make clay blocks, so I'm just going to make some grout. And I'm just going to grab, like, let's go with half a stack. So 32 to begin, and that just throws itself on the ground. So because that annoys me, we're just going to make a quick change. We're just going to break this crafting table down and take it and put it back into a crafting grid, and we get a crafting station. The nice thing about a crafting station, which is kind of useful, is if you open it up, it's just like a crafting grid. You put your stuff in it though, you close it and it stays in there, so you don't ever, it doesn't pop out, and you can just use it again and again. So I can go grout this, hold shift, click on the question mark, take out another grout, close it, still there, take out what I need. If I'm done, I can just go in, hold shift, clear it, and it'll pop straight into my inventory. It's nice and easy, nice and simple. So I'm just going to start cooking on this grout. I'm going to see what I've got for coal. I might not have any more, so I might have to start burning some of my planks, which is not the best, but I can work around that. Oh, that's smart. So I'm just going to quickly nip out here with my trusty axe and acquire a little bit more wood. So the reason we're making grout is we're going to begin the first mod I'm going to be working towards is called Tinker's Construct. It adds a few different items, and you'll have seen some of the things in NEI already. So if you go into Tinker's Construct, you could just clear this, so you can put Tinkers, Tinker's comma, not sure. Tinker's with this little thing, construct, and it'll come up with all the blocks. So you can see there's 21 pages of it. You've got shurikens, you've got javelins, throwing knives, adds a lot of different bows and stuff. You've got crossbars, pickaxe heads, shows you completed tools, which gives you an idea. If you hold shift, gives you an idea of their durability, how much damage they do, how fast they mine, and what level they mine at. So if you look at this, you've got a iron one will mine at redstone level with a speed of 6 and effective durability of 1265. Whereas if you make it the same one out of stone, you have a attack of 1.5, a mining speed of 4, and a mining level of iron. So I'll only mine up to iron, this one mine up to redstone, and this one would mine up to, that wasn't the one I was looking for. Where is diamond? Diamond? No. Dark wood, netherrack. So some of these things are added in by various mods. So you can quartz, you've got nether quartz. But yes, different levels. So diamond would mine up to obsidian. So I'm just going to grab these logs. So what I'm going to do is the old vanilla mechanic. Taking your logs, running them back to your house. Open. So my seared bricks are cooking up nicely. I'm going to run out of fuel very soon though for my first. So I'm just going to take this and hopefully use the last of this to just make myself a quick bit of charcoal. I'm just going to aim for some charcoal, so I'll be back in a minute once this charcoal's cooked up. Okay, so now we've got our charcoal. We're just going to take that and put it back in and just finish off making our grout. So we're making our grout and we're just going to making our seared bricks, and we're just going to take them. Okay, so this isn't anywhere near what we need. We just need a whole bunch of these, so I'm just going to look at here and I'm going to be like, where is my house going to expand? So I'm probably not going to expand too much to this side because this is where my chests are. So I'm just going to dig a hole in the ground. It's just going to be 2 by 2, pink, and my seared bricks in them. Donk. So I just need to finish making these out, but I'll finish this off in the next episode, as I think we've reached a wrapping up point between this one and the next. I'm glad we made a little house, we're making a start on getting some modded tools, and I will catch you in the next episode. Have fun!